Hey everyone! Today I want to dive into a pressing and complex issue that is capturing global attention, the escalating violence in the Middle East, particularly between Israel and Palestine. Could this situation ignite a broader regional conflict? Let's break it down. First, let's take a step back to understand the roots of this conflict. The Israeli-Palestinian struggle has been ongoing for over a century, starting in the early 20th century when tensions between Jewish and Arab communities in the region began to rise. Deep-rooted territorial, religious, and political disputes have fueled violence and unrest ever since. Despite attempts at peace, like the Oslo Accords in the 1990s, violence has never truly subsided. Each new escalation, whether military operations in Gaza, terrorist attacks, or clashes in Jerusalem, brings the region closer to the brink of a larger confrontation. Over the years, this cycle of violence has entrenched divisions and mistrust, making peace seem like an elusive goal. Fast forward to today, and we are witnessing an alarming increase in violence. Just recently, a severe Israeli offensive in Gaza has resulted in over 50,000 deaths and 113,000 wounded. Hospitals are overwhelmed, facing severe shortages due to the blockade. And it's not just Gaza, the West Bank is also seeing significant forced displacement and destruction. It's a dire situation. But the critical question we need to ask is, could this violence spread beyond the borders of Israel and Palestine? Israel's actions don't occur in a vacuum. The Middle East is deeply interconnected with neighboring countries closely following the conflict. Nations like Iran, Hezbollah in Lebanon, and various groups in Syria have expressed vocal support for Palestinian resistance. The risk of a larger regional conflict is very real. If violence between Israel and Palestine escalates further, other countries or groups in the region could become directly involved. Iran, for instance, has provided military and financial support to militant groups like Hamas and Hezbollah, which could escalate tensions. These groups have the potential to turn a localized conflict into a regional war, drawing in countries with vested interests in the outcome. On the international stage, this situation has far-reaching implications. The United States, Israel's strongest ally, is already heavily involved diplomatically. But how will other world powers respond? Russia, China, and the European Union have all voiced concerns about the violence and its potential to destabilize the region. The Middle East is home to some of the world's most important oil reserves, and any major conflict could disrupt global markets. Additionally, the movement of refugees fleeing violence could create a humanitarian crisis that affects neighboring countries and potentially the global community. While the situation seems dire, there is still hope in diplomacy. History shows us that there have been several attempts to mediate peace, like the Camp David Accords or the Oslo Accords. The idea of a two-state solution remains a distant hope, but it is not impossible. International pressure, economic sanctions, and efforts by organizations like the United Nations could play crucial roles in diffusing tensions. However, achieving lasting peace will require sustained effort from both sides and global cooperation to prevent a wider conflict from breaking out. In conclusion, while Israeli violence and its military operations in Palestine continue to be a flashpoint, the risk of a full-scale Middle East conflict hinges on a complex web of factors: regional alliances, global intervention, and the willingness of all parties involved to pursue peace. The hope remains that diplomacy will prevail, and the cycle of violence will not spiral into something far worse. But the question remains, how much longer can the world wait before it's too late? Thanks for watching and stay informed.